been gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
It's now 2nd and 6.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. That's complete to Nauta, the tight end. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
On 2nd down now. It's Johnson. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. And he's going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1st down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
First carry for DeAndre Swift. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
On the tackle.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And the 13-year man puts it through. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. They'll try the air now with Stafford. They'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will make it into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
He was brought down.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
The guy's man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes two to tango. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. First down, Packers.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this will complete right side to Funchess. And out of bounds right around the 20.
Out of bounds.
5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up third.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he gets it to Funchess, complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Packers have taken the lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right? Move the defensive front aside, create those gaps and holes. He's found his way through them for 2 touchdowns.
And after both of those touchdowns, he went right up to that O-line and hit each of them on the helmet. He recognized it.
That's a smart man. You know what else he should do? If this continues, take them all to dinner.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Matthew Stafford sacked. Let's go, boys. Let's go.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Stafford. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. And he won't get in, but you can't be set up any better than that. They'll have the ball at the 1-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. 1st and goal from the 1. Eluding the... And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You've got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go and everything is wide open and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
First play of the drive there is incomplete. Kerryon Johnson, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And it will be incomplete. Jair Alexander that time able to knock that one away.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On is the punter, Johnston now, as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. You call that an even 50 yards on the punt with 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. He topped the 200-yard mark a week ago. You know they're going to have a lot of eyes and hopefully for them bodies on him here in this one.
You've got to expect defensively, forget 8 men in the box. 9, 10, 11. Yeah, listen, they're trying to sneak you and me in there to try and slow him down. But I bet his offensive line mates are going to accept that challenge. They really like blocking for a guy who can turn up that kind of yardage. But that was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them.
And that's caught. season. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, some of the casualties at times are trying to win a game.
He was trying to find Marvin Jones that time. And now it's second down.
He was covered by...
And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. Back to the air. Stafford on second down. Danny Amendola, that was the intended target, and it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taking it about the 16. And fights through one man. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Steps away. Side throw complete to Adams. Past the 20. Touchdown, Packers.
Green Bay.
Devontae Adams. 68 yards. And the Packers add on to their lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Second quarter action now from Detroit, and it's the homestanding Lions who have the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run out of the gun with Swift. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Preston Smith there on the stop.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Throwing deep for Galladay. Double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Fights through, and now a crease. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Intercepted by the Packers.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
Now come the Packers for their next drive as we take a look at the playoff race in the NFC coming into the weekend. And for them, it's no longer a question of will they make the playoffs. They've clinched the division title. The question, can they hold on to that #1 seed?
And this is where the mental fortitude comes to play, doesn't it? Because now you're not just the coach talking about it, his team talking about it to each other, supporting each other, carrying each other along, because having that #1 seed means everything in the NFL.
It does. So even though the division title's clinched, shouldn't take the foot off the gas.
No, not at all. Play it all the way through, and I think we've seen that in recent years in the NFL. The teams that play to win each and every game, they're the ones to deal with in the playoffs.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right, and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. It's their quarterback with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Packers are pouring it on.
Well, they were backed up on 3rd and goal, and when you saw him start to scramble, my thought process was he'll get what he can and maybe get out of bounds. But he got a little bit greedy there. And in this case, greed was good as he got into the end zone.
Pass on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. So that drive, 4 plays. And in the end, the finishing touch, an 11-yard run. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack the seat. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Kendall Beckwith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. After the sack on first down, Stafford. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
The Lions on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll run it with Johnson. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Fielded at the 33. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Snap to Adams. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jones. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half as his guys continue to pour it on.
And remember, partner, that's a rookie quarterback back there. Apparently, he's getting the hang of this NFL thing pretty quickly.
Have 3 touchdown passes. You're right. He looks comfortable. What are they doing? Anything in particular?
Well, they keep talking about making sure they're giving him plays that fit his talents and also maybe shrinking the playbook a little bit. They did tell us that. Bottom line, he's really good.
And the route is on here in this 1st half. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline and puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep him warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Stafford. Oh, yeah, he lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And this is going to be Packer football.
The quarterback sacked.
He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this 1st half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the 1st half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, We'll step aside and be right back. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Packers continue to roll. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
The previous play is under review.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. A drive there of just 4 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over. The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. Now to Galladay on the jet sweep. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think that's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. His throw here is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. Stafford able to find Hockenson for a Lion 1st down.
When the offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. From the gun, here's Swift. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
His throw is going to be incomplete. Danny Amendola, the man he was trying to get it to. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
From the gun, Stafford. Got a man. It's Amendola. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open and keep.
And he takes this one in for the Lions touchdown. T.J. Hockenson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Lions gain a bit of respectability.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
To kick off for Detroit.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
32-yard line.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have hurdled him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense continues to pour it on. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it. Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump.
Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground, and the Packers pick it up. Bring this one back. A fumble return for a Green Bay touchdown. This first half has been a nightmare for that offense. Defense just dominating them.
And when you're picking up the ball, picking up their mistakes, and taking it the other way and putting it in the end zone, that's a defense's dream. They're having that type of a game.
Everything that can go wrong has gone wrong for this offensive unit. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the Packer pressure, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. On third down, Johnson.
Yeah, he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on fourth down.
Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like, you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out comes Davante Adams in the offense for their next drive, making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
Buying time to his left. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On the move to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. He's got him in. Complete. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Out to his left. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams in the final seconds of the first half, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
Showed some of his improv skills there, getting flushed out of the pocket but still able to make the throw for the score.
So that means he's not a method actor?
No.
Because with the improv means break character when you need to. And in the NFL, when you have those guys chasing you, sometimes you have to break character in a big way. But I love the fact that he stayed downfield, kept his eyes up, and made the play. How many rookies do that well?
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk.
It's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Green Bay offense ready to take over. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is, Don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And this offense is running away with this one.
Well, we're used to seeing big plays from him in the passing game. That'll obviously go as a rushing touchdown, and what a rushing touchdown it was.
And you got to think to yourself that this coaching staff has looked at his playmaking ability and said to themselves, why are we just going to throw it to him? Let's double his touches and make him a big part of the run game. That big playability, it was at the forefront on that one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. They're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who could make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Joshua Jackson there to knock that one away.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Again, it's Stafford.
Well, Stafford for the 3rd time is intercepted.
Kevin King with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score.
Tyler Bass now for the point after.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return.
25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory. Right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
All comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
Deep in there, right? An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
This is Swift on the counter, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Defensively.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Cameron Johnston now. He's been terrific so far. They'll look to set up his blockers. Oh, breaks another. 21 yards. Well done on the return.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking deep for Adams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory.
1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. He was looking for the connection to Devin Funchess, but it'll be 2nd and goal. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was.
And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are pouring it on. They've already been on record as saying, hey, if our rookie quarterback's going to tuck it and run on a scramble, we kind of hold our breath. Well, that was a maybe no, yes, as he's able to get into the end zone.
Are you saying he's got to learn where the line is about whether you keep your eyes downfield and try and find a receiver, or you tuck it and go? And I think there's going to be some growing pains with that. I think in this case, he made the right decision.
And we know he's got the speed. He showed it there. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. You might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Stafford. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hawkinson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Swift, the ball carrier.
No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd and
They stay on the ground. This time it's Johnson. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Well, there's zero doubt that the Detroit Lions like Kerryon Johnson's ability, but he's been dinged up a little bit in his first 2 years in the NFL, so they went out and used a day 2 pick this past year. DeAndre Swift, the rookie runner out of Georgia, hoping, I think, to pair them together and maybe send a message. But I think if Kerryon Johnson can stay on the field, he could be an awfully productive back in the NFL.
The second attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. A nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
7 yards to pick up there. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations, quite the accomplishment. Throwing again on 2nd down. Stafford, this will be caught just inside the 10. And the Lions are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
3-yard line.
To the air again, Stafford. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Danny Amendola with touchdown number 7 on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Lions do get a bit closer. So they get 1 score back, but still a long ways to go here in this 3rd quarter. So that one a long 11-play drive. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Taken in the end zone. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
33-yard line.
Devontae Adams in the Packer offense heading back out. What a game for him, Charles. 4 touchdowns. Heck, for a lot of guys, that's a good season number.
You're exactly right. And let's face it, we have to stand up and applaud this one, even though we're supposed to be neutral.
And that's caught inside the 30.
Oh, we got plenty.
He's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packer. Devontae Adams, 67 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Now he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurt in this spot. No, okay.
Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in halftime, actually.
think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They go to Johnson again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
Stafford sacked.
Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Kevin King with a pick. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
And this is going to be caught. Well, not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll start with a handoff to Johnson. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now it's Stafford. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Zadarius Smith racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Stafford. Pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Just not fair, and now room to run. A terrific return. 30 yards all in all. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
7-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Dances by at the 20, and all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 22 and a first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
A.J. Dillon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers continue to roll.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we got to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. So that drive, 4 plays. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency. Move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, Stafford. Amendola catching it left side. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. 32 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Now a first down throw, Stafford. And his throw is incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
King there defensively.
To throw again, Stafford. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And the Packers pick it up. The 20, 10. And he will bring this one back. Return for a Green Bay touchdown. A big boy earning his lunch. That's what you call rumbling with the ball, Charles.
Big man with football. He wasn't just earning lunch, Brandon. He was earning dinner. He was
midnight snack.
Everything that you could possibly do, he did it on that play to pick up the ball and go.
Pass on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Fielded in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. Operating from the gun. Stafford, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I believe a Lion was is there to recover it. Yes, they will indeed keep possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
Matthew Stafford sacked.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped the yard or two short, and it's fourth down. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for Detroit. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. And he's going to be trapped inside his own 5. A very curious decision to bring that one out. Now, if you're a fan of punting, this game's for you. He's been out there quite a bit. That one maybe his best yet.
Yeah, he certainly got his leg loose by now. It kind of reminds me of my college football coach, John Majors. He loved the punting game because he liked
accelerating, and off he goes. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 10, 5, and he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones, 97 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. That was a pretty impressive touchdown play. Those broken tackles, those weren't easy to get by.
No, they really weren't. And they've had trouble tackling throughout this ball game. But on this particular play, how about that move? Or I should say moves with an S, because I don't care if you were a great tackler. You had trouble getting him on the ground on that play.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Out of the gun, he'll throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. Going right back to Jones. This time the connection made. The 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. A big play there on the catch and run. 54 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through and brings tackles. And then they finish with, don't fumble the football.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Stafford looks to throw again. That's complete right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. That catch good for only a couple.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Kendall Beckwith in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. 3rd and goal. Trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? Let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense is going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
On the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long. But like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer in the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. So 3 plays already 1st and goal, and they are wasting. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Devin Funchess with touchdown number 2 in the game, and now 11 on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Point after, right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
So out now come the Lions. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He'll throw from the gun. Over the middle, it's Amendola. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. Able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
39-yard line.
From the gun, Stafford. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Complete to T.J. Hockenson.
I don't care what sport you're playing.
7.
Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent game. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate, The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. We got 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Alone to the right is Jones. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Amendola, he was the intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing again at Stafford. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
They had it first and goal. 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds like counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Marching back onto the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. He's been almost impossible to bottle up. You see that number 10 on your screen, a big reason why they have the lead.
One of the guys that's being featured in this game and making sure that he's targeted because they do trust him with the ball. That's why they go back to him time and time again.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Credit to tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. Again, it's Dillon. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Calling an 8-yard gain. Much better shape now on third and just a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now a run with Dillon. Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
He's brought down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
Tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. That one looks like he'll throw here. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that is leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Packers, the streak lives as they move to 13-0 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Detroit, any slim hopes they had at a playoff berth gone now as they drop to 4-9. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville.